Welcome to another episode, everyone. Baby B Braze, Denver Lane Bloods of Who's fame, responds to Jefe, and it's an ugly response. It's vicious. He accuses Jefe of snitching. He says that Jefe called in a no jumper and placed himself at the crime scene, first of all, saying that he just pulled up to get some toilet paper for his girl or whatever. But then he said, that Jefe placed his homies at the crime scene, that he was trying to chill on his homies. This is what Braze is saying, that Jefe placed his homies at the crime scene by saying, man, I just put up to get some toilet paper. They had been there since 6 o'clock doing whatever they was doing, sort of thing. He says Jefe that he was in YA with Jefe, and he had a couple of fights, but he was turned down on this fight and that fight. I mean, he took the gloves off. He's not happy about Jefe had made a video, of course, and called B Braze out, saying that he was speaking on him and that he could expose him for many different things, and that he had been sparing him and not bleeding him on the internet, and that he has no integrity as a content whore, and etc. B Braze clearly has caught wind of that video that Jefe did, and he's responding. Let me let him speak.
And on some lanes, I respect you on some shit. I was in a wide with you. I swear to God, I'm Dominique Moore. I was in a wide with you for a minute. I'm 10-9 lanes. When I came, you didn't even catch no phase, gang. I'm Notorious Sale gang. Nigga, you got down with, before I came, you got down with a North A. You got down with old boy from Rolling Hundreds. He pressing Ghost. That's who you got down with. When I came, you didn't catch not one fade on 109th Street Robbers, nigga. You went to fire camp on Girl Mad, and when you came back, I told you, man, hey, that nigga Yak from East Coast just whipped out your boy and sent him to a PC thing. Did you care? Did you do anything to Menace on the set? Remember when I told you that when you came back from camp? You went to camp. You didn't go to the hole. I'm back to back. I really be on activity, man. That shit ain't nothing. I do not push. I do not promote gang violence and all that. I talk about my life, gang, on the hood. But since we really keeping 109, look, when I went to Preston, what you at? When I went to Preston, when I got to Preston, the first thing I did is breathe. I didn't. I told you on the hood, when I first got there, I squabbled. As soon as I get there, I'm squabbling off dribble. Everything, all Migos, all everything. Not even got to be a Migo. I'm just getting into it with people. I mean, it was so cracking. I'm like, I'm telling people straight up. North Bays, SAs, all my people. All my good people. Man, I'm dead homies. Hit the ring. GM. We ain't gotta have no reason to squab. I'm tapping people on the shoulder. Hey, I'm dead homies. You think you active? Hit the ring. We just gonna squab, it's nothing. On lanes, you got down with a North A months before I came. They said, I ain't go cap, they said you put the North A out, sent him on a helicopter. Okay. After that, you was a programmer, you was working in a laundry room on Notorious Sales. You was working in a laundry room, you never caught a fade since I been there with you. The fight that you had out, it was when I was gone. Before I came. But what happened when I came? I squabbled up in front of you. Every time you see me, I'm squabbling up. I'm doing somebody up. I'm calling somebody out. It's never nobody calling me out either. So with this whole, and that was at Preston. That's where I was at with you. Now you got the nerve to say something about some Trevor shit? You saying, I could've, but I told them about what you, bro, don't forget we wasn't even at Chad together. Now all of a sudden you gonna reenact your statement, gang? Is that serious? Is that serious because I told you on West Side Lanes, get off the internet talking about your case? Is you serious, blood? I really can't believe you did all this because I said stop talking about your case. But now because you did, this is the truth. And real gang members know this. Let me break this down for you. First of all, you basically doing it on purpose. Nobody ain't stupid, but and if anybody try to play dumb and all that, man, that's something else, man. Niggas ain't gamer. This shit is not gang anyways no more, nigga. That's why I tell the kids don't gang bang, nigga. That's why I keep mines and everything around me. Nephews, sons, fucking everything. Kids, like, don't be, this shit is watery, gang. You got people from A-Trade and from 40s going to work every day, shaking hands and doing booty scoots. On F4G. You got somebody from Inglewood families and nigga from 40s, Munchie and Spody Face on DLB 109th Street, back to back, rubbing ass. Am I lying? If I'm lying, smoke me. I seen it with my own eyes. I seen it back to, and Munchie down there falling because he blind. You know what I'm saying? Look. I'm telling, they don't tell no facts. I go through everything I ever said on my podcast, blood. I ain't never told no lie on there. On GM. With J Hood. J Hood, stop lying to these niggas now, blood, because I'm starting getting mad on Notorious Links. Talking about, this going on, this going on. We don't talk on the dead homies, nigga. We talk every motherfucker. I'm tired of this now. Talk every day. Nigga. On Bloods. All this shit is starting to be too much, gang. On Lanes.
Okay. You know, I don't think J Hood said that they don't talk or what have you. J Hood said that they didn't talk that day, or that he didn't speak to him about the situation that Braze had reported on, that he was supposed to be going to No Jumper to slap Munchie B. J Hood said he never told him that they didn't speak about that. So no one's saying that y'all don't speak. We talking about that specific conversation that you saying you had with him. Talk about that. Did you have that conversation with him? Did he tell you that he was going to go and slap Munchie B? Not that you guys talk every day on the phone. No one is disputing that. It's the question. But okay, so here we have it. He's on Jefe. He's not done. He was saying, I just skipped some of it. He was talking earlier. He talked about the stabbing or what have you with him versus the Hoovers. And he talked earlier, before I got to the part that I got to it, and he was on Jefe then as well, saying that he was turned down, that he's turned down in the county jail. The only reason he hasn't had any phase in the county jail is because he's in the county jail on some brother stuff. He's not on gang time. He's in there on some peace tree stuff type of thing. So he's taking the gloves off. He's not happy with Jefe putting his name and his content in a disparaging way, saying that he's feminine and acting like a female or whatever with the content and keeping his name in his mouth. So he's responding, and apparently he tried to hold back. He said because Jefe's brother, NBA 2, is his boy, but he said he can no longer hold back.
I'm ready to get my check and get on. But I'm starting to notice that nobody can get no dough without speaking on me. But remember, I'm not important. Remember, this dude is in a jail cell. So why the cell? Why I'm always in everybody's shit? Why I'm the topic, gang? I'm in a cell. Why I'm always, now I'm smoking.
Well, it's probably because a lot of people are your topic, you know. I mean, I don't know. That's just the way it is with the content. I'm not coming at Braze in any way. I don't react to any of his content, actually. You know, he finally said something to me a little while ago about a video I did some time ago, whatever, man. I'm not trying to go back and forth with this individual. He's in prison, as I said then. He needs to try to focus on getting out. Many people are getting out. Even individuals who thought that they would never get out have found that people with life without parole have been getting out of life without parole, without the possibility of parole, have still found their way home as of late. So there's a way to get out of there. You stay on your program, stay out of the way, stay away from violence. You can get out, at some point. So, that's what I would wish for him and anyone else in this situation. So, personally, I don't. He's an individual that's locked up. I don't wish that on anyone. I'm not happy about that fact or gloating in that. But when he says that I don't use his name, I mean, I barely do content on him or whatever. But I know that I think I may be subscribed to his channel, so his stuff pops up on my feed sometime. He has videos about whomever. This person got zarked out, this person got knocked out, this person got whatever. Just same sort of content I have. So that's probably why people are mentioning you, responding to something you said in your content, dissecting something you said, clarifying something you said, whatever. Same thing with me. It's just content. That's how it goes.
Spice and Pruno? On Blood Gang, nigga. You basically on the phone. Let me say what you was doing on the phone, man. On Notorious Sales, I know what you was trying to do. You trying to get about that situation, Figaro.
Damn.
You trying to tell without telling.
Damn. Wow. And the title here is Braze Explode. Probably meant to say explodes with an S, plural. But okay. Braze Explode on Aunt Jefe. You gave a statement publicly. This would really happen. This would really going on with Aunt. Excuse me. Braze Explode on Aunt Jefe. You gave a statement publicly. So there you have it. Here we go. And so he's right here. You just heard him. No need for me to regurgitate it or to belabor the point. But he said that you know what you were doing. Talking about Aunt Jefe again. That you gave statements on a case on No Jumper when you called in trying to free yourself. That you were telling without telling. Saying that you were at the store, place yourself at the scene and this and that. This is what he said. And other people are, said similar stuff in the comments. And he stopped talking, get off the internet, this, that, and the other, and address that. Just yesterday, I believe, and I covered that, and was saying, y'all keep telling me not to speak on the case. And I'm not saying I'm not innocent, so I can speak on it, and I'm not speaking on the case. I'm just doing my content. But so okay, well, Braze said that Aunt called in and tried to tell. That he got on when he got on No Jumper and said that, yeah, I was there. I went to get some toilet paper and go home to my girl. Whoever else was there, they had already been there. I didn't come up with them, or they was already there. So Braze is saying that's telling. You told. You saying that your crimees, your homies, was already there at the store. You placed them at the crime scene. You want to place yourself there, that's one thing. Somebody you was going to get some toilet paper and all that. Okay, whatever. You want to place yourself there, that's one thing. You place other people there. Somebody, whoever else was there, they was already there. So Braze saying, man, you telling. You trying to, he said you tried to tell without telling. Everybody that was once friends on the internet with this content stuff, they seem to all be falling out and beefing now. One way or another, stuff comes out. I mean, this is crazy. It's crazy because they were, Braze and Ant were cool at one point. I mean, just the whole point. Not at one point, they've been cool the whole way until just now when Ant made that video on Braze a couple of days ago. Up until then, they've been cool. Ant was defending Braze on his podcast against Trevor allegations as well. And whatever, he always seemed to be defending Braze. When I did the video about Braze and the incident he had got into with the Hoovers there, said that he had got airlifted or whatever. And I remember got on street TV and said, I had to call my boy Braze. Like, man, is this true? Like, I remember saying to myself, like, okay, him and Braze, they real cool. He always defending Braze. Always. And Braze was cool with him. I don't know. I know Braze and C-Star was cool, and it looked like they beefing now. I could be wrong that they beefing, but some of the titles I've seen, it's like everybody just going back and forth. Individuals that were cool at first, though, that were podcasting at first. You have other individuals that use a podcast together. Now they can't stand the sight of one another, doing videos on one another, etc. It's just crazy, man. Okay, interested to know what you all think in the comments. He's saying Ant tried to tell indirectly with that phone call.
On there and said you seen something happen at that store, blood. On Bloods, okay? And I love your brother to death because your brother is Ant, okay? That's who keep it cracking. You was just somebody that was respected because you big. You was big. Yeah, you had. I don't even know you had a squad. But I just know you knocked out the North End. You got down with Ghost, and they said it was a good fade. The whole time I was impressing with you, you caught no fades. You didn't get no write-ups. You went to camp. You was working in the laundry room. You don't remember that? On F4G. So it ain't like I'm lying or saying nothing wrong. Like, oh, now all of a sudden Braze is saying this. No, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying what happened. I just never said what happened. I said it's part of what happened. I said, yeah, when I ran into you, was doing this thing because you hit with the North Day before I came. They just said you put the North Day out and they said you got down with Ghost. Yeah, so that nigga, I'm in the back every day tearing it down, nigga. On GM, we tearing it down every day. You the person working in the laundry room. I'm the person that's running a phase in the back. When you go to the county, you the person that's trying to be a Muslim and good people's. I'm the person that's telling people we tearing this shit down. I'm not promoting no game, none of that no more. This is my life. The kids, I don't want my life for the kids though. Nothing under me. On the hood, it ain't brothers no more. These niggas is fakers. You got all 100 Bloods and 100 Crips together. And the same 100 Bloods and 100 Crips, as soon as they leave there, when they in their videos, they do. They throw this up, or they throwing this up. In their videos, BKs and CKs, and then you go hang with a nigga. Shit is not gang no more. Stop it. Yo, it's not gang no more. Quit this out. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, let me say, look, you getting on that. I know what you was trying to do, and now that you said something about me, at first I'm like, okay, he just getting a little money on, having fun on. And then I'm like, damn, what you gonna make 3 videos about me, Figaro? You just sit on your bunk thinking, huh? You like, oh, I'm about to try to get some money. You broke your shit right now, cause I know how you think. You try to get a lawyer. You ain't got no money, gang. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a lawyer because you just got on here and trying to tell on everybody, but telling the people that it ain't you. Said that's what you just did. Did you or not? You just got on the internet. Hey, if he just did that.
Damn. This is nasty. I don't know. I'm not in Jefe's pockets, but he has a lawyer. I saw his lawyer making a statement. I just didn't cover it. I'm trying to stay away from this his case or whatever. I seen it. His lawyer made a statement outside of the courtroom, outside of CCB. And somebody was there, some urban little news station or something, that had interviewed his lawyer, and he was speaking on the situation involving Jefe. Again, I just didn't cover it. But he has a paid attorney. Nevertheless, even when I had paid attorneys in the past, I give them a chunk of money, my mother would, and then had to make payments every month. In a case like this, a murder case, it's not a serial case or even super complicated. It doesn't seem to be. But still, a murder case it's going to cost you a good $70,000, $80,000 for the lawyer, $100,000 maybe, $60,000 for sure. Because this one is not that not that deep as for forensics and all this sort of stuff that they go ballistics, what have you. DNA seems a little bit more cut and dry, apparently, but I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it. Nevertheless, I'm just saying that some murder cases are more complicated, convoluted, and going to cost you more money. The simpler the case, albeit a very serious case, the less money you have to pay. But still, even in this situation, I would surmise that Jefe still has to pay upwards of $70,000 for an attorney. So you still going to need, and then you give him $30,000 up front, you pay him $5,000 a month, $8,000 a month, $10,000 a month, whatever. Yeah, you still need money to pay this attorney to keep him on the case and coming back to every court date trying to free you. You got to continue to pay this attorney. So he still needs some money. Probably why he's still doing this content. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong. I don't want him to come for me. I ain't broke. Talking about I'm doing content because I'm broke. I don't know. I'm just saying I can understand someone still trying to get a little money, because you got a lot of stuff you got going on in there, trying to eat, trying to survive, trying to bail out, trying to pay the attorney. Yeah, you need money. But so as far as you just being broke, might not just be broke. Might be a little brokish now after you didn't pay this attorney however much money. But you hustling doesn't mean that you're necessarily broke. You hustling so that you don't become broke.
Comment all my whole soldiers. This is real now. This is what I want my people to do. If anybody fuck with me on lanes, comment if I'm right or wrong. Did or he did not just get on here and just try to tell without telling. He just said on Bloods. And I don't even like putting that on people. I don't do that. But because you made that whole statement, you said something about now people is being like, you said something like a whore or something like on Bloods, nigga. I ain't with none of that. I ain't with none of that calling names and on F4G. Only reason J Hood even respect you is because because how people like I be telling J Hood, don't get into it nobody that you wasn't already into it with, but like it ain't that serious. These people opinion don't matter that much. I love the people because they love me on the dead homies, and they get this dough. We get this dough in the hood for being me and for being real, nigga. Hey, nigga, you ain't had no content, nigga. You rode my wave, nigga. On Girl Mad. How many of your videos got Baby Braze in it? How many of your videos you reacting off what I'm talking about, fool? Stop it. You wanted to be on no jumper, nigga. I got a million chances to be on no jumper. Everybody on the street want to be on no jumper. I can be a host. I can go on no jumper if I want to. And I mean, what's saying? Adam always be telling me, bro, what on DLB? I just do my own thing because it ain't about with me. It ain't about who's seeing me and who this. It's about on lanes. Really, I'm with my peoples. I started this for y'all. I didn't start this for me. I started this for y'all. I'm like, let me tell these people the real who are Zark and who not on F4G. So I start talking about phase. I start talking about who get marked out. I start talking about who did. You know what I'm saying? I was right there. This, that. I'm doing interviews. I'm doing me on lanes. But I can't believe that though. And on Bloods, you just went on the internet and you.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. B Braze says that he ready to quit. He ready to take his next check and give it all up. The internet, his channel, because of all of this stuff. It's controversy. People speaking on him. Been a few videos the last few days. People coming at him a little bit or saying that he blowing up his dead homies in his hood and all this, saying about this Munchie B fight and J Hood and Spody Face and what have you. So perhaps he's feeling a bit of some heat, and Jefe saying what he said, which was some very strong stuff coming at B Braze. So he's feeling it. He's feeling like people making all these videos on him now, last few days, last week or so, whatever, and coming at him, calling him out about being a liar, about being not the killer he's acting like he is on the internet, etc. I mean, been all sorts of stuff said about him in the last week or so. Apparently, has digested some of this stuff, and perhaps has gotten to him a little bit. I don't know. I want to speak for him, but it looks like it because he's saying I'm ready to just quit. He had said that earlier when I skipped past some of that part. As I said, he had said that earlier. Man, I'm ready to just get his stuff up. So it's getting to him. He said, I came on here just to talk about squabbles and talk about this and try to help people, and instead all this other stuff is happening and coming out. Y'all got me ready to just say, forget this stuff and get out of here.
Because you made a statement and saying you seen somebody doing something. You said what they was doing. Remember? You came to buy, what you came to buy? Toilet paper? To wipe your shitty ass. So you said, oh, my girl told me to buy toilet paper. When I got there, man, people was doing X, Y, Z, man. So you seen somebody doing something, right? That's what this is what the police is going to tell you, gang. You already said you went. You already put yourself on the scene. Now what you see? You said you seen something, right? You mad because you know you messed up right there, blood. You're not mad at, you know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want to say about me. I'll care less now. This shit is getting weird, blood. You got people mad because I put the fight out there on, I swear to God, blood, for the people drop the comment 100 mark. I want people to drop the 100 mark for this one too. Said all my peoples keep commenting, keep hyping this motherfucker. Dead homies, nigga. Spody Face and J Hood, nigga. I'm keeping it real about that too, nigga. Spody Face, let me say this with you. You know why you mad? You mad because you went out there and was supposed to get down with J Hood. You didn't put down what you know you didn't put down on GM Grave. That's the only reason J Hood didn't fight you. You didn't put down what you know you didn't put down. You went out there, took this thing off. Nah, you wasn't holding it like you was ready to do something. You was holding it talking. Man, why would you? So nobody don't put you down or nobody don't rush you. You hold some, come on now. You know what we ain't even gonna say, man, you know what I'm saying? On Bloods. You did not want to fight. You're a content creator now. I don't want to go back and forth with you. Just leave. I'm ready to keep doing my interviews because it's looking like it's now all of it. It's looking like you sitting in your car, this popping it. You ain't even a member no more. I want if I'm gonna get with somebody, I want somebody. I'm getting at somebody on the same level as me on DLB. Okay, we got global shit going on now on lanes. I'm
Got that global stuff going on. All right, man, that's enough. That's enough for me. Enough for y'all, I'm sure. Getting on Spody Face a little bit now. Stay focused on what it's about. He was on Jefe. Interested to know what you all think in the comments. The comments that he just made, I would say, are very strong. He just accused Jefe of snitching. Of snitching on himself and snitching on his homeboys. And said that it was deliberate, that he's trying to do this, that he tried to do this. He did this on purpose, making this phone call to No Jumper and placing his homies at the scene. This is what he's saying. And we heard him say some other stuff that Jefe was working in the laundry room folding towels and T-shirts instead of folding individuals up in the squabbling room in YA. So there you have it, Baby B Braze, Denver Lane. He's taking off the gloves, responding to Jefe. He's sick of all of the content on his name. He says a lot of individuals are running content on his name, trying to make money off of him and his name, and that Jefe had done that. And Jefe was running all kinds of content, though not like I do, not just. I guess he ran a lot of B Braze content as well, but he ran content on. He ran a lot of content. B Braze was speaking about that earlier in the video too. In this same video, go check it out. His channel was No Zark Zone. And he was saying earlier in this video that Jefe, man, knock it off. You reporting on homicides and all kind of stuff, and you mad because somebody's speaking about you. You reporting on everything. You can't have it both ways, basically. So a lot of stuff, a lot of back and forth here between these two. We'll see, Jefe has to say something. Braze had said something yesterday in responding to Jefe, but I didn't even cover it because I was like, I'm just going to stay out of it for the most part, and I'm still trying to stay out of it, but I am a content creator. That's what I am. So I'm just covering it. I'm trying to stay neutral as I can. Just interested to know what you all think about the exchange between these two individuals, the two former friends, former buddies, allies, what have you, who were once protecting one another, but are now taking the gloves all the way off. I mean, Jefe accused Baby B Braze of being feminine and wearing panties. And we just heard Baby B Braze say that Jefe basically is a snitch, that he tried to snitch on his homies. That's crazy, man. We'll see what happens, man. Stay safe and stay free, people.